Good morning. Good morning to everybody in the West Coast. Good morning to everybody else in the rest of Canada and the U.S. I'm assuming we've got a bunch of our new U.S. friends joining us as well. Good morning, guys. I'm going to kick things off. I want to share a couple things before I get into my talk. Number one, head office staff. I got to say this to everybody. Amber, Dylan, Nathania. I'm missing a bunch of you. All of you. I love you guys all so much. Rochelle and Maria and Sally and everybody, guys, let me tell you all something real quick. Head office staff. If Experior was a stock, if Experior was a stock, the work that you all put in for this event, you literally just caused the stock to double overnight. I just want you guys to know that. That's the kind of work that you guys have put in. So I'm so thankful to have you guys as partners because we couldn't be successful. We couldn't do the work we do without you guys. So God bless you. Thank you for all you guys do. I want to thank all our Experior leaders, all the other organizations, the Rios, the Baljeet Legacy Builders, everybody else, Tongzi and everybody. You guys are unbelievable. All the incredible leaders in our company that we all grow to push each other to become better. Because as we become better, we all win together, right? So I want to thank all the other leaders, all the other hierarchy. Ryan Tongzi, special little message out to you. You know what? I teach on my Wednesday morning training little victories, right? We got to shoot for little victories. So going from regular beer to light beer is a flipping little victory. It's a little win. We're on the path, baby, right? Woo! So I love that. I want to obviously thank the entire FML organization, starting with my coach, my mentor, my best friend, Mauro and Mata Arturi. I can't say enough about our friendship and what we've developed over the years. I'll talk a little bit more about that during my conversation, during my talk. Laval and Natalie Dubois, again, without us being there for each other throughout this entire thing, none of us would be where we are. So I just want to thank you guys. All of our executive directors in the FML organization, I've lost track. We're over 30, 35 executive directors. Thank you for the work you do, the coachability, the relentless effort, the relentless desire to get better. None of us would be where we are without you guys. So God bless you. I love you. Appreciate you guys all so much. All of our agents and advisors, all the agencies out there, the 400-500 plus out there. God bless you guys. Again, we thank you. We stand on your shoulders. You guys lift us up. This isn't us up here on our own. It's without you guys, without the team, without the hierarchies, without the organizations, none of us would be here. So I just, again, want to thank all the advisors and agents that believed in us and want to run with us, and let's run hard this year. Thank you guys so much. I want to thank Jamie and Leanne. Again, I'm going to talk more about you guys throughout my presentation again, and I'm doing my best not to get emotional today. I'm going to do my best, okay? But, Jamie and Leanne, again, just for fighting hard and growing, thank you so much for growing. When you guys grow, you allow us to grow. Right? With the law of the lid, you guys keep blowing that lid, to a whole new level every year. And it forces us to do that. Leanne, I want to share what you sent to me the other day. Leanne sent a beautiful message to me the other day. And she said, thank you for doing what you do. She says, I know sometimes you and I don't see eye to eye, but I thank you for what you do. And I replied to her and I said, Leanne, we're past that. We're past that, girl. I said, we are now at the point where we get to get mad at each other and we get to push each other, but you're stuck with me for life. So I just want you to know that we're past that, okay? But thank you guys for everything you guys do. And finally, to my beautiful, incredible wife, Yolanda DeLeo, I'm not where I am today without her. There's no doubt about that. She continues to put up with me and deal with me beyond what anybody could imagine. And she continues to be my inspiration. And I may not tell her that enough, but I live so that she can have an incredible life. I live so that she can have her dreams come true. And with her and our daughters and our girls, I live and work for you guys. That's my mission in my life. So I love you guys. Thank you for giving meaning and purpose to what I do. I am a happy, satisfied human being because of the four of you, the women of my life. I love you guys so much. Okay. Doing my best here. Not gonna cry. Not gonna do it. Okay, here we go. Let's jump into this. Before I get into my talk, I got a special talk for you guys. My little one, Annalise, my 10-year-old, a few days ago, she's like, hey, Dad, can I help you with your presentation? And my initial reaction was, no, I got to work on this. This is it. And I stopped myself. And I said, all right, why don't you put some things together that you want to share with the team, and I'll deliver the message for you. So guys, these next couple slides here are Annalise's message, my little 10-year-old, okay, put together a special message for Experior Nation, for you guys, okay? And she did this all on her own, all right? So the first message she has for everybody at Experior is the power of determination will make you unstoppable. And she chose that on her own. No work for me. She sent these to me and she's like, Daddy, this is what I want to tell Experior. Okay, that the power of determination will make you unstoppable. Number two, the second thing she wants you to know is you get what you work for, not what you wish for. Okay, that's very, very sage advice from that young little champion. And my favorite quote that she came up with all on her own, guys. Some of you might not right now might be struggling. Some of you might not be where you want to be. Listen to what Annalise has to say to you. She said, don't be afraid if you are at a low level of success. Just remember, even a cub is still a lion. I love that. And that's so good with what Leanne and Jamie's message. She came up with this on her own. How fitting is that, guys? All of you right now, if you're not where you want to be, just remember you're just a little cub still, but the lion is waiting. The lion is waiting to come out of you. Well done, Annalise. Well done. And finally, the last thing she wanted to share with you is our DeLeo family mantra. Yolanda and I have been sharing this with the girls since they were little. Whenever they come into a challenge or they get upset, we always remind them over and over and over again to try your hardest and never give up. Daddy, I can't do this. Baby, try your hardest and never give up. Daddy, I'm not sure if I can get that done. Try your hardest and never give up, guys. Okay? This is Annalise's message to everybody at Experior. Okay? Well done, Annalise. Very proud of you. Great job. Okay, guys. I want to share with you guys my story. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into it today because I want to really, guys, I want to share with you that I wasn't supposed to be where I am today. Okay? I know that some people think of us, the EDs, the hierarchy builders, the SEDs, the Darrens, the Baljeets, the Francises, the Maudos, the Lavals. Some of you look at us and some people think, man, I can't be there. I don't know if I can do what they did. I don't know if I could be like them. Guys, I'm telling you, you absolutely can. You absolutely can. I was a flipping train wreck. I was a train wreck years ago. Okay. And I want to share a few things with you. I'm going to go over that today. I want to share with you a story about this guy right here. Okay. This is me when I first got into the industry 21, 22 years ago when I met Maudo, and I'm going to talk about that. I was working at Costco, and guys, one thing about me was that I really, really, really wanted to be somebody. I really wanted to be. I didn't know what. I didn't know how. I didn't know anything about that. I just know that I really, really wanted to be somebody. I know that I was looking for a chance. I didn't know where it was going to come from. I didn't know how it was going to happen. I knew nothing about nothing. That's for Yolanda, okay? But I was willing to learn. I was willing to learn if somebody could just say to me, we'll give you a shot. We'll give you a chance, okay? I was willing to put my own ideas aside, right? I knew that I didn't know a lot. That's about the only thing I knew, right? But I also knew how bad I wanted it, how bad I dreamt, how much I dreamt about the future, how much I dreamt about a different life for me and for my future family. Okay. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, okay. By the way, on a side note, guys, my daughters hate that picture of me. I love that picture of me. Me and Yolanda, like, just wow, right? But my daughters hate that picture because they said I look like a gangster is what they told me, right? But I met Yolanda again 21, 22, 23, 24 years ago. And she's the reason that I got into the business. It was because of her introduction to her family member who introduced me to Maudo, and the whole long story is why we got into the business. But I just want everybody to know when I got started, I struggled quite a bit with low self-esteem and with low confidence. And that creeps up in my life all the time. It's still something I deal with on a regular basis. And I'm sharing this with you guys because if you struggle with this, if you struggle whether you're worthy of the gifts that have come your way in your life, you are worthy. I love what Ryan Tong said. Ryan, you said something so good, man. You said, and I paraphrase here, but you said, you can't do this business without believing in yourself? How can you go about this business day in and day out and trying to talk to people and trying to change your life if you're still questioning who you are, if you're still questioning whether you have what it takes, right? Guys, I struggled with that and I still do to this day. But in spite of that, I'm still going to push on. I'm still going to get to work. I'm still going to deliver for my family. I'm going to deliver for the team. I'm going to deliver for Experior. I'm going to deliver for myself. In spite of this, I still struggle with this years and years later. Okay? My story today, guys, is how I became an overnight success in 21 years. How it took me 21 years to become an overnight success. And it all started with this guy. All started with the Godfather himself. When I met him, he wasn't a Godfather yet. He was more like a consigliere, more caporegimo. Now, these are all mafia terms. Forget about it, right? So was that. No, but listen, I met Mauro, again, I have 22 years ago almost. And when we met, he said three things to him. To me, he said, number one, we can do something that we can make a difference in people's lives. We can be proud of. In the financial services business, we help people in a big, big way. And I'm not going to talk about that because you've heard the countless stories. Number two, he said, you'll learn. We'll teach you how to run and grow and own your own business. That's where he got me. Right? Because I thought, hey, if this doesn't work out, I'll still take what I learned and I'll carry it on to the next thing, right? And he told me we can become financially free. He said it in a different way. He said it in a way where I won't repeat it because Jamie wants me to keep it on the family channel. But he said we can become financially, woo! He said you can make so much money, woo! He said to me, right? And I was fired up. About this, okay? But the truth was, guys, Mauro did two things for me that I'm going to challenge you guys as leaders that he did. Number one, he became a role model to me. He became somebody because of his heart, because of his love, right? Because of what he stood for, his integrity. He became someone I looked up to. I wouldn't be here today without him as a role model. Forget about the business. I joke about this, but every time I'm in conflict, I always stop and say, what would Mauro do, right? What would Mauro do? Okay. And because of that, he became a role model to me, someone I wanted to be around and look up to, number one. And number two, the other thing he did for me is he worked. He kept proving this thing is going to happen for us. He kept selling me the dream. He kept being that example in business, guys. Okay. And that was the part of all of this. Was the catch was we had to go to work, and he did that in spite of his challenges in life. And we all have them. In spite of his challenges, he kept producing, he kept delivering, guys. Okay, so we went to work. I followed his lead. That was one of our very first pictures in this industry. That was the size of one of our very first teams. And we went to work, and I could tell you, gone. The only people left in that picture are me, Mauro, and Yolanda. Woo, the originals. All right, but we kept working. We kept our head down. We kept believing. We kept doing what we were supposed to do. Hey guys, listen, here's a very important point for you. Stop worrying about everybody else. You understand? What drives me more crazy is I got people going, oh, how come LaCap did this? And how come head office did this? And how come Mauro did this on training? And how come Frank did this on training? Meanwhile, you haven't been on a damn appointment in the last 2-3 weeks. You haven't put any numbers up on the scoreboard in the last 3 months. Guys, do your part first. Do your part. Everything else will fall into place, right? Stop being this critic from the sideline. Stop being a politician. Politicians, you know what they do? They talk, and never get around to doing anything, right? Do your part. Go to work. And that's what we kept doing. And then what I did is I decided to change teams. So I'm like, these teams ain't working. So I decided to build Team Jamaica. And I partnered with this champion, Rayon White. We started building Team Jamaica. Said, hey, if they could have a bobsled team, I could have a Team Jamaica too, right? And we kept growing. And we kept building. And then, our partnership started to form. And the three of us started to build something really, really special. FML, we weren't FML yet there, but we had the right people around us, and we kept doing what we were supposed to do. We kept showing up. We kept cheerleading the system. We kept being positive in spite of everything. We kept doing what we were supposed to do, and we kept fighting for what we thought was important. I'm going to talk about that in a second, because life has a way. You see, life has a way of bringing the right people to you. Life has a way that if you just do your part, life will deliver for you. I believe in that with everything in me. You do your part, life will deliver. And that's what happened to us. And guys, believe it or not, this month, in 10 days, will be our 5-year anniversary that FML joined Experior. In 10 days from now, will be 5 flipping years. You know how fast 5 years goes by? You know how fast your life changes in 5 years? Guys, I'm telling you, I can't believe it's been 5 years. But 5 years ago, we joined these crazy people. That was us on our Sunday best. They decided to invite us to their church. Jamie Leanne said, come to our church and put on your Sunday best. So we went ready to go to. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. But that's us. We went to business with this amazing couple. And guys, look, again, I want everybody here to understand this is a story of hope. Our growth, our friendship, our business partnership wasn't without struggle. It wasn't without doubt, okay? It wasn't without questioning for all of us, okay? But we all had our eye on the same prize. We all had our eye on the same prize. We all had respect for one another. We all had understanding and love for one another. And we figured we can get over this stuff and keep growing and keep getting better. Jamie Leanne, I thank you so much for the changes you've had in my life. I'm going to talk about that in a second. I'm going to show you guys what you guys, Jamie and Leanne, have done for me and Yolanda and my daughters. I want to show you guys what you guys did for us, okay? So FML is now born. Woo! That's us signing our contracts, getting ready to join the business 5 years ago. I can't believe it was 5 years ago. I still remember that day. And we get to work. We officially became a knucklehead. We officially became a knucklehead with this crazy guy. I love this so much, right? Jamie, that's a picture that we share. That was at our very first convention in Puslinch, Ontario. I still have a hard time. I still feel shy every time I say that name, but that was our very first event, guys. And we went into partnership with some amazing people. And, we're more alike than we aren't. We're more alike than we aren't. We have so much fun here as a company. That was our first team picture at our guys. Listen, let me tell you something. That first convention was at a community center. We ran out of food. We ran out of food. It's true. You can ask Leanne. Couldn't believe it. I remember the poor stress on her face. I kept sneaking into the kitchen, eating the food in the kitchen. She's like, get out. There's not enough. And I'm like, I'm so hungry. It was amazing. It was so much fun, right? Okay, so what does all this mean? What am I trying to tell you, guys? What am I trying to tell you? Here's what I'm trying to tell you. I am trying to tell you that I had explosive growth. What I'm trying to tell you is my business skyrocketed. It skyrocketed. I'm just kidding. No, it didn't. Let me share with you guys what all this means. Let me share with you what all of this looks like. And I'm trying to tell you, keep saying to yourself, holy crap, if this could happen for Frank, what's going to happen for me? This is what I'm trying to share with you guys today. Okay, look, check this out. I'm going to show you guys 2000 I got into the business. My first full year was 2001. Okay. My first full year was 2001. Full time, not part-time, full time. You understand me, guys? Hear me loud and clear. Full time, first full year. You ready? Here's explosive growth. Watch this. Ready? Bam. We did 26,000 of team premium in our first year of full time. I know some of you are like, wow, right? 5 years later, we did so good, we went backwards. We did 18,000 of team premium. Okay, we were going backwards. That was the year that Yolanda and I moved into our first home. We got married in 2005. We moved into our first home, and Yolanda told me, Yolanda had to talk with me. She sat me down and she said to me, look, do I got to worry about money for the rest of our lives? She says, are you going to get going, or are you going to get going and go get a job? Do I got to worry? Right? 5 years later, things got a little bit better. We wrote about 81 grand of premium that year. We went over 100 grand a year of income that year. And one of the big catalysts was not only that I got slapped around by Yolanda a little bit, but also we had our little mini baby boom because my princesses were all born, right? Ava and Sophia were born in 2009, and then Annalise was born in 2010. And man, some of you, You need motivation, go have some babies. go have some babies, man. That's nothing but motivation. Okay, but that was 2011 in the previous company. 2016, we joined Experior. Now, this is Jamie will tell you we joined in February, the end of February. So this is really 10 months. Really, it's kind of 9 months because it took a while for the contracting department back then. You guys think contracting is bad today? You guys should have seen contracting back then. Contracting was Jamie with a bunch of cardboard boxes coming to the office going, okay, here's your contract, here's your contract, here's your contract, here's your guys. I'm telling you, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Okay, but this is like 9 months in our first year at Experior. The team did $487,000 of premium. Jamie told me how good it was going to be. I didn't know how good it was going to be. And last year in 2020, it hasn't really sunk in. I have a hard time substantiating this because it just, I don't know. That's what we did in 2020. Okay. No. All right, good. I'm good. Right? You understand, guys? That guy, what if that guy quit during those first 10 years? What if that guy quit? None of us would be here. None of this would be going on. Right? Guys, keep your eye on the prize, please. I'm telling you, keep your eye on the prize. Let's talk about some recruiting. This is even better. Watch this, guys. My first full year, team recruiting 6 people. We recruited 6 people. There's some of you on this call that are like, I can't figure out recruiting. Good. I couldn't either. Guys, I was so bad at recruiting that 5 years later, I recruited 6 people again. Do you understand? These are real numbers. These are team recruiting numbers in my last place. All right. There's 1 year in here, I think it was 2003, where we actually did 0 for the entire year. And you guys are worried about figuring out recruiting, put your head down and do your part. It'll come together. In 2011, a lot of this had to do with Team Jamaica, with Rayon coming on board, right? We started to get things moving a little bit. It's not ironic that as recruiting grew, premium grew. It's not ironic, guys. There is a relationship to that in our business, okay? And then we come to Experior, and in 2016, our first full year here, we did approximately 130 recruits. I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth. The numbers, the scoreboard, you guys want to complain about the back office now. We didn't have a back office. There was no recruiting tracking. Jamie will tell you, the scoreboard was so messed up. We're not really sure. Okay, I did some math. I spoke to a few people. I looked at a few pictures. I kind of did my best to estimate that we finished probably somewhere around 130 recruits that first year that we came to Experior. And in 2020, we recruited 545 people in our company. Guys, here's a guy that went from 6 recruits to 6 recruits 5 years later. Okay? And now all of a sudden, we're recruiting 500 plus people in our organization every year. Please, I'm going to keep saying this. If it could happen to me, it's going to happen to you. You just have to put your head down and focus on everything all the amazing speakers over this convention have shared with you. They've given you all the tips. They've given you the secrets. You've got to implement that, and this will happen for you. If it happened to me, it'll happen for you. And then let's talk about income, guys. Watch this, okay? My first full year in my previous place, $12,000. I made $1,000 a month. Thank God Yolanda didn't know about that, because I don't know if she would have married me. Okay, right? Not that she married me for the money, because I didn't have any, but that was pretty bad. Okay, and then 5 years later, woo, 30 grand a year. We're barely paying bills. We're barely doing what we're doing. What happened there is I discovered investments. So investments were keeping me in the business. This is why, I spoke about this on the SMED call on Thursday, that you need to learn to run a balanced business. You need to learn to bring that other element into your business. That's what kept me alive, is I learned the investment side of the business, right? And then 2011, again, that was the year we had our little mini baby boom right after, and recruiting went up and everything else went up, and we made our first 100 grand. Guys, Guys, listen, I know you got people in our business that, Adita, you did an incredible job. Onkar, you did an incredible job. Dror David, Tarek Bakil, Adiola, all you amazing people, Ray, everybody. Like, there's people here. You guys are making $100,000 a year, your second, third year in the business. It took me 10 years till I made my first $100,000. 10 years. I didn't quit. I want to be somebody. Came to Experior. Our first year here, we made $230,000. Our first year at Experior in 9 months. In 9 months, we made $230,000. We're still figuring stuff out. Again, contracting department was killing us. Jamie Prickett. Okay, Maria, you are a god. Okay. All right. And then look at this, guys. Last year, over $425,000. And again, I don't want to talk a lot about that. What I want to talk to you guys about is just please believe in yourself. Put your head down, stop doubting yourself, and do the work. I have no doubt in my mind that it'll happen for you. It'll happen for you. Okay? Jamie and Leanne Prickett, I want to thank you. I want to officially, publicly thank you for changing our lives beyond comprehension. I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. I don't. But since we came to Experior 5 years ago, in 5 short years since we came to Experior, our total net worth as a family, the DeLeo family, as a total net worth, because of Jamie and Leanne Prickett, is well over $5 million. And with the new ownership plan, it's infinite. It's infinite. If I were to pack up, which I'm not, and I never will, but if I were to pack up and sell our business and sell the things we've been able to buy because of Experior, and the investments we've been able to make because of Experior, we'd be walking away with well over $5 million. This happened in 5 short years, guys. In 5 short years. Stop taking this for granted. I love what Tongzi said. Tongzi, you stole the show this week, man. You stole the show. I've said this many times. So some of you need to grow your ego a little bit, because Jamie and Leanne, I love Tongzi, the way you said they were selfish. I agree with you. I also believe they had an ego, because there were people saying, who the hell do you think you are that you're going to go out there and change people's lives, right? Who the hell do you guys? They needed to have an ego, a positive, healthy, serving ego to go out there to say, I believe that we got what it takes to change people's lives. We need a bunch of you to start stepping up and start believing that the work you do here changes lives. And you need to start buying into that, because this is what could happen. There's more of you out there. There's the Neela Manans, right? There's the Francis and Diane Cindy's. What a story. I think Francis is still crying. Diane messaged me, right? I'm just kidding. I love you, brother. Okay? Right? The Adiolas, right? Guys, there's so many, the Jennifer Wheatcrofts, the Terry Tinos, all of you guys, everybody, the David Longmores. Guys, this is what you're fighting for, right? You're fighting to change your family forever. And I'm telling you, in a short 5-year period, this is what Experior's done for us. Why not you? Why not you, right? Here's how I did it. Number 1, I didn't quit. Don't quit. Stop quitting. Quit quitting. Quit quitting, okay? Fall in love with your why. Fall in love with your why. Know your why. Become intimate with it. Take it to bed with you at night. Sleep with it. Do whatever you need to do to love your why. Number 2, grind it out, baby. Grind it out. Learn to work like a son of a gun, okay? But make sure you're working on the right activities, because nothing else matters. And in our business, in our model, if you want to get serious about this, if you want to get serious, it's about you hiring, training, and developing new advisors. That's what this is about. That's what our model is about. Work on the right activities, guys. Okay, number 3, work on your belief. When, how much, when should I do it? All the flipping time. All the time. Work on your belief. You have what it takes. If you need a pick-me-up, just call me. I'll slap you around a little bit. I'll wake you up. I'll tell you how damn good you are. And I'll give you shit for ever doubting yourself. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, Jamie. It slipped out. Okay? I will give you heck for doubting yourself. Enough with the doubting. We need you to start to believe in yourself. We need you to look in the mirror and say, I'm on a mission to change people's lives, and I'm going to change my own as well. And I have what it takes to do it. Guys, number 4, pay attention to your feelings. You see, the creation process goes like this. Your inputs, whatever's being input into your brain, whether it was from when you were a child or whether you're watching flipping CP24 all the time, but your inputs lead to your thoughts. And your thoughts, what's going around and rolling around in your head, leads to your beliefs. And what you believe is what you feel. You understand me? And then your feelings lead to your actions, and your actions lead to your results. And I'm telling you, pay attention to how you feel, because that's going to dictate which way you go. And if you ain't feeling right, you got to go back and look at your beliefs. And if you do that, you need to look at your thoughts. What are you thinking? And at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, where's this nonsense coming from? Who's putting this garbage into my head? This is why you got to focus on your feelings. And then you got to get yourself ready to go out there and change the world. Go out there to talk to people. You got to pump yourself up. You got to get excited, and you got to go out there and take the right actions. This is how you get results. Nothing else. No other way. Right here. Write that down. This is the only way you get results. You understand me? And number 5, you got to become part of this company. You got to become part. There's too many of you that are not part of the company. You're a contractor with the company. You're an advisor with the company, but you ain't part of the company. You got to become part of this company. You got to attend everything. You got to have your finger on the pulse. You got to know what's going on. You got to get to know people. You got to get people to get to know you. You got to become part of this damn company to win. Okay, what does all this mean? Oh, wait, we're almost done. Stay close. Stay close to those that want you to win. Stay close to those that want you to win. Stay close to those that I talked about this on the ED call, on the SM call, that you as a future leader have a responsibility to develop an unbreakable relationship with your upline. They want you to win. Contrary to the garbage thoughts going through your head, they want you to win. Stay close to them. Figure out a way to get closer to your upline executive directors. You understand me? You got to camp outside their home. Go camp outside their home until you get some attention from them. But you got to get close to them. They want you to win. They can't win without you. Get close to them. Business starts to change. Business starts to change. All right. And all of a sudden, we follow these principles. We follow these principles. We're in business with Experior. And guys, this is what starts to happen, right? We start to have people following us and listening to us. And you know, again, more and more things are growing. People want to learn. People want to hear from us. We're changing lives. We're developing great relationships. This is what matters. In our business, guys, let me share with you a big secret. Here's a big secret. You ready? I had someone once say to me, what's your system? I was interviewing a guy. What's your system compared to our company? What's your system? And I said to the guy, I go, dude, give me a break, man. Give me a break. We could look at the other 3 companies that are similar to ours in the industry. Y'all know who they are. And let's be honest. The system's the same. Let's all go recruit a bunch of people, get them licensed, and go produce an override. That's the system. Okay, let's stop messing around with this. I'll tell you what makes Experior special, though. I'll tell you what makes us different, though, is the flipping people we got. No one's got people like us. No one's got people, you know, I was going to say that old company's name. I don't want to say it, but here at Experior, I believe that we are more appreciative and more grateful for what we got here, because a lot of us came from a place that we got our asses kicked, right? And we come here and we're more grateful, right? We're here for redemption. We're here because we ain't letting that second chance get away from us. That's what you got here. It's the people. It's the people here at Experior that make a difference to us. And my challenge to you guys is love your people. Love your people. Build a life with them. Build a friendship with them, right? I love that picture. Tyrone, baby, you're being a champion, right? Man, so many incredible, incredible people that we've been able to attract and we've been able to work with. We've been able to have a small part in changing their lives, right? If you don't have your eye on your people, you're messed up. You ain't running your business properly. I'll say it. Sorry, Jamie. They're messed up, man. Okay? And you develop great relationships. Man, you guys, one day, Darren and I will share with you our past, our short past. Woo! We had one of the best DLC calls ever. Remember that, guys? But you know what? You start to change people's lives, man. Okay? And there's no better feeling. There's no better feeling than playing just a small role. There's no better feeling than watch people's lives change. And guys, it all started from this. We could have walked away a gazillion times. We could have quit a gazillion times. Man, when we were at Experior, we wanted to quit a gazillion times. And it all started from this. And then that becomes this. I don't know if it's from the grace of God. Okay, it probably is. Because I know I couldn't have done this on my own. Okay, but all the pieces fell into place. All I did was just kept believing. I don't know if I was too stupid to quit or too stubborn to not believe this. And then your life starts to change. And you go from that young jackass, because that's what I was. I was a young jackass. Okay. Guys, that picture there, that was my dream. That was my Acura Integra. I floored that. I put exhaust on it. I put headers on it. Did a bunch of electrical work. It was a pretty quick car, but I had no more money left, so I couldn't buy rims for it. So I just kept the black rims on and just figured out, you know what, I'll just go like this, right? But I couldn't even afford rims for that car. Okay, I remember when I brought that car home on my own, my dad thought I stole it. He couldn't believe it. He's like, where did you get that car from? I bought it. Are you sure? I'm like, I didn't steal it. Are you crazy? But then life starts to change. And this was one of my dream cars, right? And you can start, and cars might not be your thing. They are for me. And I know what's coming next. I know what I'm looking for next. But maybe it's vacations. Maybe it's getting to a point where you can finally start to spend more time with the people that you love. And Jamie, I thank you for the kind words you said. But the truth is, my family has sacrificed a lot for me to be here to build this business. And I owe them so much more. And I promise my family that things are going to be amazing. I promise you guys. Things are going to be amazing. I have no doubt. I promise you. They've sacrificed so much. Okay. Maybe it's you start to attend some really cool events, right? You start rolling with a new crowd, right? You know, you start vacationing at much better places, and you start meeting some of your mentors in person, right? And you start hanging out with them. You start doing events. I love sports. I'm a sports nut, and I was able to take my parents, my family to go see our beloved AC Milan. I'm a big soccer fan. You know, I was able to take them to go see that game. My mom was so happy. That's a day I don't want to remember. That's my kids meeting one of their mentors. No, I'm just kidding. Right? But again, you know, that's my kids, my nephew. I was able to take them. We went to Comic-Con. I couldn't do Comic-Con as a kid in my family. I didn't even get comic books. My dad would give me a blank piece of paper and be like, here, draw Superman. Go. There's your comic book. That's what I used to get. And instead, we go downtown and we spend time with our kids, and we give them things we've never had before. And you guys want to quit? And you guys think it's not going to happen for you? Come on. Right? Get to go spend money on courtside Raptor tickets with the family, get to go see Toronto FC playoff games with the family. I never did this stuff. Guys, when I was a kid, the best vacation we had, and I'm not kidding you, this is a true story, the only vacation we had as a family was to Wasaga Beach. That's it. That's all we had. Okay? See, what are you dreaming about for the future? What's coming next? What's coming next? Why not? I don't know what it is for you guys. This is my story. This is how our lives started to improve, right? And we started winning. And it started happening for us. Guys, if I could go back, what would I do different? I'm wrapping up here. If I could go back, what would I do different? Number one, guys, I would focus on, I would work with, I would spend time with, I would love and hug and appreciate the people that want this, not with those that I had to convince. If you're constantly doing this with your prospects and you're constantly trying to convince them, you're talking to the wrong people. That is a massive, massive energy drain on your life, and it takes the fun out of this business. You got to go find more Tarek Bakils. You got to go find more Adiola Biotis. You got to go find more Laval Dubos, more Jennifer Wheatcrofts, more Ray Whites, more Francis and Diane's. You got to go find more of these champions, okay? Because being in business with them is fun, is amazing, and they pump you up. Not the other way around, guys. Number two, I would be more courageous. I'd have more guts, and I would talk to more people. I would talk to, you guys saw that 6 recruits, 5 years later, 6 recruits. You could tell there was a little bit of problem there, okay? But I would have been more courageous. I would have gotten over my own crap. I would have gotten over the BS story that I tell myself, and I would have been more courageous, and I would have talked to more people. You guys have courage in you. It's time to let it out. It's time to let it out. Number 3, I would spend no time, none whatsoever, thinking about what people thought about me. I spent too much time worrying about what this friend and this cousin and this uncle and this person and that person were going to think of me. Guess what, guys? When I was making 20, 30 grand a year, worrying about what they were going to think about me, do you think they were there stepping up, going, here, I'll help you out. I'll pay your mortgage. Here, I'll help you out. I'll help you feed your kids. Here, I'll help you out. I'll make your dreams come true. Bull. They weren't there. Stop spending a second worrying about what others who won't be there for you are going to think about you. It'll destroy you in your business. It almost did to me. And number 4, I would never lose sight of what's important to me. Guys, you put your goals down. You put what you want to have down. You put the impact, the change, whatever it is you want to do. Frank DeLeo's vision and goals are mine. I don't care what anybody thinks about it. I want a Ferrari. You know why I want a Ferrari? Because I want to. I want to be able to say I can get one. And that's it. And then it'll make me happy. And maybe like Jamie, it'll only make me happy for a little bit and then I'll get rid of it. But I just want to be able to say that I did it. You understand? Those are my goals. Don't lose sight of what's important to you, what's inside of you. Forget about everybody else. Figure out what's important to you. And here's what matters most. Here's what matters most. My crew, my ladies. Someone told me that God sends daughters to fathers to calm them down. He sent me 3. How's that working out so far, right? This is what matters most to me. In spite of all of life's challenges, in spite of COVID, in spite of our ups and downs as a family, I'll never give up on them. Ever. I'll never give up on them. Never. This is what's important. See, what are you guys living for? What are you guys fighting for? See, this is what's important. Changing your lives. Delivering for you guys. Being there for you guys. Playing a small role in helping someone's life get better. You see, what's important to you? It's going to be a time. There's going to be a time when your family needs you. That's my brother Paul. Some of you know this story. Back in 2017, out of nowhere, complete shock to all of us. He was rushed to the hospital and went into cardiac arrest out of nowhere and almost died. Was on life support for 3 weeks. And he ended up having a bacterial infection that infected his blood. He went septic and his organs and everything were shutting down. And they told our family we had to prepare that our 31-year-old healthy brother he could die. And I remember we're all like, what are you talking about? He was fine just a few days ago. Guys, he ended up recovering. He ended up having both his lower legs amputated as a result of the infections and the bacteria, the medicine, all that stuff, all the complications. But because of Experior and because we focused on what was important, I was able to be by his bedside with my mom every single day for 2 months straight. Did not step 1 foot in my office for 2 flipping months straight. What's going to happen when someone in your life that you love and needs you, what's going to happen? Are you going to be there to deliver? Guys, don't waste time, man. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. Life doesn't wait. Ryan Tongzi, again, you blew my mind today, bro. You blew my mind because you talked about it. Some of us are spending time like we have an abundance of it. It's the only resource that we cannot get back. It's the only thing that is unrecoverable is our time. How are you investing it? Are you putting the pieces in place so that you can invest it the way you're supposed to? Are you putting the pieces in place so that when the time comes, you'll be ready? What are you doing? What are you doing with your time? It's a finite resource, guys. Okay? And I want to finish with this quote from the incredible, the great Nelson Mandela. Here's what he said. He said, the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Experior Nation, I just want to remind you guys this guy can rise up. So can you.